Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button to join our family. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about week 15 and 16 of my pregnancy. I am going to be 17 weeks tomorrow, so that's very exciting. We're almost halfway there. I can't believe it. It seems like, again, I feel like the weeks are going by so fast. I feel like the number doesn't sit in my head. It just feels like when I say 17, it's not real. But at the same time, I feel like it's still going slow at the same time. But I wanted to combine weeks 15 and 16 just because week 15 actually wasn't that eventful and I didn't have much to say about it, so I decided to go ahead and combine them. So let's jump into the size. For week 15, baby was as big as a pear. And for week 16, baby was as big as an avocado. I'm going to show you the other sizes that I have in my apps that are kind of fun. Today is one of those days that I don't feel like doing anything. I am making myself do this video just because I know that if I don't do it today, I will not do it this week. And it's just one of those days that I really don't feel, just feel lazy. I really don't feel like, you know, putting on makeup or getting dressed or anything like that. It's just one of those days. For week 15, baby was as big as a hamster. In week 16, it's a bantam. Wow, I don't know why it's so hard to say that. Bantam chick. Looks cute. And then week 16 on my other app, the size shows as a dill pickle. As far as my symptoms go, week 15, like I said, was not that eventful, which was good. Overall, I actually feel pretty well for the most part. I'll get into some of the uncomfortable things that I've been feeling. So week 15, I noticed that I was breaking out a little bit more on my face. I had like a random pimple like around my lip, my mouth, and just random pimples here and there. Also, I've been really gassy at night for week 15, so a lot of times when I feel gassy, I try to, you know, obviously I try to lay down on my sides, so, you know, left or right side. And a lot of times on one of my sides, if I lay down, it feels pretty painful because of the gas. So it's just been uncomfortable as far as that goes. I've also been trigger gagging. Like I almost kind of threw up in my mouth a couple times. I know it's disgusting, but that's just how it is. So it's kind of funny. So I'm not nauseous or anything like that, but I do gag once in a while, especially if it has to do with brushing teeth or smelling or thinking of something really gross. So that was week 15. Gagging still is the same for week 16, so that hasn't changed. For week 16, I actually put that when I don't feel super bloated or if I don't have any major symptoms, I actually don't feel pregnant. It's like sometimes I have to actually think about it, that it's real, that I don't feel pregnant. The only thing is that I'm getting, my bump is getting bigger, but besides that, if I don't have symptoms, sometimes I just don't feel pregnant. So that's what I put for week 16. I've had a couple of days of back pain, like lower back pain for week 16. I think it's normal. It's just growing and stretching, especially when I am doing something, then my back is kind of starting to feel a little bit sore. I've been definitely hungry. It seems like in the mornings is not too bad, even though I do feel like I need to eat breakfast. But for the most part, I get really hungry in the evening if I haven't had enough throughout the day. Like if I kind of like snacked and didn't have like a normal meal, then I would feel pretty hungry at the end of the day. Also, for both weeks and for this entire pregnancy, when I thought that I had a cold or something like that because of my cough, but my cough has pretty much been gone for a while now, but I still have stuffy nose, and that symptom is horrible. I just wish that I didn't have that specific symptom. I actually talked to my doctor about it, and they said, yeah, some people when they're pregnant they get that, and you know, due to hormones and all that, it's just that's just part of it, I guess. Some people get lucky and they don't have that. I hope it goes away. I hope it doesn't stay my whole pregnancy, but it's been really rough. Throughout the day, it's not as bad. I can breathe for the most part, but I do have to blow my nose constantly. Like I always have something in there, and it's just so annoying. But the worst part is in the middle of the night if I'm sleeping and I get like a stuffy nose, maybe half of it. One nostril would get really stuffy and there's not much I can do about it. But I try humidifier, my saline spray. I try different things. I try to, you know, clear my nose before I go to bed and all that. It's just, it seems like nothing works. Some nights are better than others, but some nights it gets really stuffy, especially towards the morning, and it's just like impossible to breathe. During my 16th week, I had a prenatal appointment. Here's the thing, the insurance that we have, unfortunately, doesn't cover any hospitals that I have around us where we live. So we do have to drive about an hour to get to the hospital to be checked, which is so annoying. I have a bunch of hospitals near me, but my insurance just doesn't cover them. I had my appointment. It was actually scheduled with a midwife. I have my OB, but for some reason they just scheduled it with a midwife that I've never met before. And I think she's just like part of my team or something. And let's just say that appointment was really quick. I would say really impersonal. And I just felt like, I don't know, just a number. She came in, asked me a couple questions, how I'm doing. She checked the baby's heart rate, and that was it. And I know that a lot of appointments are going to be like that, but just because she wasn't my OB and she was someone new that I've never met before, it just felt really impersonal. For an hour drive to get to that appointment, it was just kind of like, we didn't even get an ultrasound, we didn't get anything, even though, you know, I told you guys that I had the small subchorionic hematoma that they found earlier in my pregnancy, and I mentioned that to her and she was just like, well, you know, if you're not bleeding, you're fine, don't worry about it, you know, but we're not gonna do an ultrasound for that. So yeah, that was just kind of like, we left a little bit disappointed. We really were hoping to see the baby because we haven't seen the baby since week 11 and it was week 16. So it's been a while, but you know, it's all good. It doesn't matter. But as far as my hematoma goes, I believe it's better just because I haven't really been spotting much at all lately. It's been pretty good. And yeah, that's it. I think that's all for my week 15 and week 16 updates. I don't have any other notes. I just checked on my phone. But I did want to make this video just to have this record, even though I didn't feel like doing anything today. But you know, my bump is getting a little bit bigger. You can, sometimes I'm definitely trying to kind of hide it to the people that don't know that I'm pregnant, and I don't want them to know yet. So it's not huge or anything like that. It's not like obvious, but if I was wearing tight clothing, then I probably would think that people would suspect that I am pregnant. So that's just where it's at right now. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys in my next week's update, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.